Connection terminated.
Alright guys, so we're in the final round, the 4th round, going up against Mastemon. My opponent starts his turn by hatching his egg, digivolving into Ignitemon. He draws a card after digivolving, and starts off with the TK Tamer for 4 memory. Takes a look at his security, adds the Gatomon, and then it recovers a card since it does have yellow in it. Shuffles his cards, and then places them back on the stack. I draw for turn. I start off with 4 memory, which is pretty good. Hatch my egg. Digivolve for Draco, draw a card for Digivolving. Played Blazing Memory for 5, put him to 1, but then he's going to go to 3, revealing the top 6. Ended up adding Greymon and Cyberdramon. And you guys are going to see a nice little trick with Cyberdramon later in this match. So I added those 2 to my hand, and I had to explain to him. He's a fairly new player, so for what it's worth, you know, I hope he learned from watching this video once I put it, because he could have definitely won some of these games. So he promotes the Ignite, and he's at 3 memory. He plays Purple Memory Boost for 3, goes to 0, reveals the top 4, adds the Mastemon. He's at 0 memory. And he hard drops Gato for 5. He's on the top 3. He adds the Ophanimon. Oh no, I'm sorry. The Angelwomon and Lucymon. Pass it over back to me at 5. And pop the memory boost, go to 7. I end up Digi-crossing for Metal Greymon, stunning the Gato, I believe. Yeah, I stunned the Gato. I'm pretty sure I stunned the Gato. I just had to explain a little bit here. So, oh, actually, I stunned both. What am I talking about? And then I actually draw for the Draco since I hard dropped the Metal Grey. I swing in a security for 1 check. It survives. Then it unsuspends. Even if I didn't stun the other card, it would have stunned it with Mailbird right there anyways. He unsuspends because of Greymon's inheritable. And then I Digivolve for 0 for a Metal Greymon X antibody and draw a card for Digivolving. And then I swing in for 2 checks at 11. And hit the Chaos, of course. So he just puts it on top. The rest goes straight to the trash. Man, that one hurt. But it's crazy. So I play a Psylocomon for 3, going to 1. So he has to pay full cost for that Angelwoman. Then I just play Blazing for 5. No Tamer again. I add the Metal Greymon and the Mailbird. And the rest goes straight to the bottom. Oh wait, yeah. And pass it over to him. He's at 4 memory. They're both stunned. He hatches his egg. Digivolves for Ignite. Draws a card. So he was going to try to reduce, but I got my Floodgate there. So he has to pay full cost for that Digivolve. But he has 4 memory, so he's good. He popped the memory boost. He went to 6. He Digivolves for 3 for Lady Devi. Draws for Digivolve, then draws 2, and then trashes 2. Pretty nice combo anyways. Damn, he discarded the Chaos. So he hard drops Angelwomon for 6. Minus 2 checks to the Draco. Then end of turn, he DNAs for Mastemon. He draws for DNA. Effect the Mastemon. Recovers the Lucymon from the trash. And then plays the Lucymon. And then pretty much just gets rid of both of my monsters there. Undraw for turn. Hatch my egg. Trash my memory boost. We'll go to 5. I Digicross for 3 for Metal Greymon. Going to 2. And then I'd be stunning both the Ignite and the Lucymon. Then I swing in for 1 check. Hit Flame Hellsight. Yeah. He then suspends. And with Mailbird, I stun the Mastemon. And then he brings out Gotso. Added 2 purple and yellow. Swinging for 1 check. And he actually died because he had minus 6,000 DP, so he was actually at 2,000. I hard dropped Cyberdramon for 5. Wait, for 8. No, wait, I was at 2. Okay, yeah, so he went to 6. Yeah, I hard dropped it for 8, and I'm just thinking, like, okay, if he doesn't get rid of my board here, because he's stunned anyways, all he can attack with is that. 1 check, nothing, it dies. And he didn't use its effect, which is kind of weird, because he could have done that too, now that I realize that. But yeah, like I said, he's fairly new, so I'm pretty sure he'll notice once he watches. But, you know, that's what these videos are for. I mean, I learn a lot myself too. I see how people play, and like, it's kind of crazy, weird. Like, it's weird in a way, watching my footage like this and having to voice over it and all. But it's pretty fun too, so for what it's worth, I like doing it. So he just DNAs. Oh wait, he Digivolves, I'm sorry. Then he Digivolves for a Mastemon. Going to 0. And then he just recovers 1 onto security. And I was like, damn, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Wait, doesn't he supposed to search through? Oh wait, no, that's only when Digivolve, right? Yeah. He swings in for 1 check. Hits the Death X. Oh my gosh. I could have used that Death X. And then plays Miri for 5. Pass it over to me. I Digivolve for Gosso, draw a card. I risk it and just swing. Damn, sorry guys. Barely lived. I play Blazing for 5. I had a Decker Greymon. No. I did. Decker Greymon and Cyber Launcher. Then the rest went to the bottom. I played Ice Wall for 1. And then I completely forgot that he had a Tamer. So he went to 3 and then 4 because of the Miri. So he was actually at 4. And I placed the Ice Wall right above my deck so you can see it. Normally I do that for any time I use it, just so the player knows. But like I said, it's his turn. He hatches egg, Digivolve for Psychmon. He has 4 memory, he can definitely still take care of everything. So he went from 4 to 3, from 4 to 1, paying 3 for Main Coon, I think. Yeah, Main Coon. He drew for Digivolving. He swung on my security for 1 check, lost the 2 memory from the Ice Wall, and then passed it back to me, and then I just swung for game after I promoted. So he forgot about the Ice Wall. Going into game 2, I hatch my egg and Digivolve, and then I play right off the bat Blazing, reveal 6. I got a Tamer in there, so I do add Mailbird and Greymon, I believe. And then I get to play the Tamer for free. The rest go to the bottom. I think it was a Greymon. And then pass it over to him at 5. He hatches his egg. Digivolve for Gazi. And then Digivolve for Devimon for 2. Goes to 3. Wanted to know whether Kiriha would send me the 3. He hard dropped Miri for 5. I go to 3. I promote my Draco. I drop a Gasso for 3. Effective Draco. I draw a card because it's a blue flare. Well, as long as it says Dramon, or has blue flare in his type. I think that's what the effect is, yeah. I pop the memory boost, I go to 2. And then I just Digicrossed for 5, so put him at 3. He promotes the Devimon. He goes to 4 because of Miri. He swings at security for 1 check. Hits a Gasso. Survives. He hard drops Gazi for 3. Goes to 1. Then plays another Miri. Puts me to 4. I draw for turn. I hatch my egg. And forward down. Everything looks pretty good so far. I go ahead and swing it with Gossel first. Hits a TK, of course. He gets to look through his stack. He adds the Angelwoman, recovers a card, shuffles his stack, and puts it back. So when I attack, and it doesn't matter, I hit. But when I don't, hits the Gosso, dies. Maybe I should attack with Draco first. Then I swung in with Metal Greymon. Did I swing in with Metal Greymon? Actually, I went into Metal Greymon X, of course. I drove with Digivolve. I swung in for 2 checks at 11. The main Kun gets to play itself for free, and then of course has to hit a Chaos, so he just puts it on top. Everything goes to the bottom. My gosh. My 4 memory still at least. I think this is where that Cyberdramon came in and play. Yeah, right here. So that's what I added to my hand earlier in the game. So you pay 3 from hand to place it underneath the blue flare for 3 memory, and then unsuspends it. So then I swung in with Gosso for 1 more check. It was a flame health site. Yep. It kills the Gosso. And I asked my buddy who's a judge that if it still got its on deletion effect, even though it was reduced for the DP. And he said it's just on deletion, so he does get the effect apparently. I wasn't sure, so I had to ask, and thank God he was there. So then plays Decadramon. So I draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Holy crap. Oh, and he plays Gato off the Flame Hell site, so added the Devimon. I played Sorai for 4, stripping the sources off the off the Devimon. And then anything without a Digi-Evolution underneath, anything without a source really cannot attack for the rest of the turn. Cannot attack in period, I think. Until the end of the opponent's turn, maybe? I need to check the card again. But it's, for what it's worth, it's pretty good, because he could have just won right there. I'm pretty sure he could have won right there. I mean, I only have 5, and he's got 4, so he can DNA and do some other stuff. Like, yeah, I was in a... Thank God I run Sorai. And again, I placed it on top of the deck so he can remember. I think it's more logical to do that. What do you guys do? You guys set it apart too? Or do you guys do the same thing I do? Kind of just curious. So he's going through his hand right now because he's in a tough position. So he Digivolves for Angelwoman for 1. Then he draws a card. Digivolves for Ignite in the back for free. Draws another card. Digivolves for Lady Debbie for 3, going to 1. So unfortunately for him, I mean, he had the right idea, but he should have just really swung over Decadramon when he had the chance, because he didn't have any security left. And I was just basically praying that he wouldn't run it over, because I didn't have much after that. So, but I told him after the game, I was like, you could have definitely have gotten rid of the board and just wrecked me, really. But it's all right. We all learn. From what his hand looks like, he has hella options. It's just he can't attack with anything without a source, so he does have 2 of those stunned as of now. So he does Digivolve for Mastemon for 4, and then recovering a card from his trash onto security. And then draw for turn. Yeah, it is until the end of the opponent's turn. I Digivolve for Gasso. And then he didn't draw for Mastemon, so I told him it's fine. I swing in for 1 check, it's a Gatso, he survives. And then I just Digicross for Metal Greymon. And I literally drew into that. And that was game.